All right, test, test, one, two, three. Test, test, one, two, three. Looks like we are good to go. Wanted to make sure I get everything up and running. I had a few setbacks that kind of stopped me a little bit earlier, but we are here now. The schedule, by the way, that is posted on Twitch and YouTube has not changed. Just today was a little bit slower to get there, but I promise you all that we're going to go forward with our 7:30 p.m. Scheduled time in the future. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. But before we do that, I actually have some things I want to show you guys. So let's head on over to the overhead camera. We have ourselves a little overhead here. I've also changed the camera right there. You know, that guy right there. Yeah, me. So got a few things here. So first things first, I have decided that I was going to build a dedicated PC for streaming. You guys would like to see that, I will show you in just a moment, but for now, at the very least, let's go ahead and show you at least what I've gotten so far. In terms of that, this is a Ryzen 5. This is going to be my upgrade processor for said computer. As it stands, the computer was actually meant for other things, ironically. But it belonged to a late friend of mine. I helped build it with him, and it worked for everything. And he was originally wanting to use it as a Bitcoining machine or Bitcoin mining machine, and then he had a little bug to do game development, so there was that for a little bit. Um, Basically, I just backed up everything and then wiped the computer because I said, you know what? This is coming back to me. It's going to be my computer by the end of the day. Therefore, I'm just going to go ahead and turn it into a streaming PC. Um, that's almost done. There's just a few more things left that I have to do in order to make that the official streaming computer. First things first, I'm going to repaste and repad the graphics card in there. There is a 1080 Ti right now and a 1700X processor from AMD. That's where this baby comes in. I decided just to say, hey, what is a good processor for streaming? And so I seen the recommendation for the Ryzen 5 5600. I was like, perfect. I don't want anything too fancy. The motherboard that's in there, it's been around for a while, so, don't want something that's too strong, right? So I went ahead and decided let's just grab this, and then I will be installing this in the computer throughout the week. Speaking of, you guys will be able to see this. It's going to take a little bit, but yeah. So right there, that is the streaming PC. It's pretty old, to say the least, but it'll work. It has all the functional necessary parts to make it work. Plus, I have some excess parts too that I can use. So yeah, there is that. So let me just put this back here. We're gonna go ahead. I'll just put this here so I can get an idea of what I'm looking at. Oh yeah. Also, I do have a stack of hard drives here. These are all old hard drives, by the way. I do plan on using them as like additional storage for that streaming PC because I may actually just use that PC to do like video editing again and of the like. So I got plenty in here that are at least like 1 terabytes. So I'm thinking about putting that in a RAID configuration of sorts and then go from there. That way they can at least have some use. Uh, this drive being the one that did exist in there. This was actually my hard drive that I said, hey, let's use this so that way you have some storage for stuff. So there is that. But yeah, so let me go ahead and show you other things that I've gotten outside. So you guys probably don't know, but like I celebrated my birthday uh, this past this past weekend, give or take. And I decided I had told my mother about this. What is it? This flea market inside Deland, and she was like, "Oh, I didn't know there was one." And I said, "Yeah, there's one in Deland. It used to be like Flea World. I mean, it's not Flea World for sure, but it's a pretty big flea market." So we went over there. She really enjoyed it. One of the things that we actually got for free because she was actually the one to get it. This actually came for free. So this is a nice little, I guess, sand art. So, yep. my cousin was able to basically get something for her, and when I went to go pick it up, the woman at the vendor said, "Yeah, here, I'll just throw this in there." So she just threw it in there for free. So I was like, "Okay, cool. Got a little hook here, so that way you can hang it." So I was like, "Awesome." And then I decided because I do like anime, and I don't know, maybe you've probably heard me talk about it, but yeah, I decided to get a little keychain. So I got one of my favorite character, Itachi Uchiha. And then this is probably like the first time I'm actually getting like any type of anime related like memorabilia or paraphernalia for me. I did try to get the Akatsuki outfit, but it was just way too big for me. So I was like, nah, I think I'm good. But I did get something else. This is my very first figurine, by the way, my very first anime figurine, and that is of Madara Uchiha himself, my second favorite character. And I will just have to do this to make this easier, so that way you guys can see it. But yeah, like this is basically a character that I knew of since the beginning of Shippuden, even all the way into like the original Naruto series. I knew of this character, and when I got the chance to see him in Shippuden, I was just like really impressed, really happy to see him in action, and still to this day is one of the my second favorite character. Sasuke is not on that list, if you're wondering, but yeah, at least these two are definitely on my top favorite. Itachi because I think I resonated more with him in terms of like his philosophy and everything else that went with it, and then Madara because she's just a brute, and to put five different Kages quaking in their shoes, sandals, boots, whatever you want to call it, that says something. So I would definitely say it's pretty impressive. Let me go ahead and change this real quick because I have changed this up a little bit. So we're no longer going to be seeing the desktop anymore. I do have to go ahead and at least like tell this thing what to actually look at. So boom. And this actually gives me any DC collection? Not yet. Like that was literally the first time I've ever bought figurines for myself. So no, I can rest assured it's probably not now. I'm really hoping to get like when I get a space of my own, then I can do that for sure. But not right now. Plus, money's kind of tight for me, so I was like, you know what? I'll make that back somehow. So I'm not too worried about that. You're a Shikamaru guy. Myself, Madara is way up there. Yeah, yeah, he really is. Shikamaru, I will tell you, Steesley. Welcome. He's a really good character. I will say though, I think something that I've seen on YouTube that was really funny. Someone said that Shikamaru chose Tamari from the very beginning. And I was thinking to myself, how did this man do this? And when they show the different clips, I finally understand what they meant by that. His persistent laziness actually wasn't laziness at all. It was almost pinpoints. And I had to laugh because at the end of the YouTube short, it was like, I see exactly how he did this. um to find out that yeah, no, he did this just because he basically knew she was like tough type, he was the strategic type but a little bit far back, and someone said yeah, he knew that she was the one from the very beginning. I was like, dude, what is this? It's all just a game of shogi to him. That's right. Pain is actually good, I will admit. I think one of the good fights in that was probably the Pain fight. I think the animation, as funny as it was definitely a step up from like the original series. But yeah, no, like Pain is definitely no joke from someone who came from a war-torn era and well, I guess country or village. It makes a lot of sense to see who he is. And the fun part is that Nagato is an Uzumaki. So because of that, that's the only reason why the ghetto statue was even a thing to begin with, because he has a huge amount of chakra. Anyone who watches the series that knows about the Uzumaki bloodline is that they know that they have a huge reserve of chakra compared to literally everyone else. And the only one that can rival that was, if anything, Hashirama. Hashirama was probably the only other one because of what he actually did, being able to contain everything, all the, I guess, 10 tails, so to speak, quote unquote. But yeah. Oh, yep. I guess we're going to sleep. We're awake. There we go. Oh, yeah. That would help if my camera actually did work. No, that's cool. I don't need a camera to work, right? Nah, this can't be a real stream without something failing. Yeah. Sorry guys, I was giving you a fake stream beforehand, but let me give you the real one now. Here, oh wait, no, not this one. Actually, I need to do this then. There we go. There, now the real stream can begin. So yeah, I think we're just gonna do it like this. Kind of leave it. I don't know if I'm gonna do like any type of thing. Probably trash, but I would fight you in Naruto game on stream one weekend. The funny thing about that, Navnard? If I can get that game to not totally flake out on me, I love um if it's not obvious to anyone, if anyone talks about a Naruto game, I will say till the cows come running home that my favorite Naruto game is going to be Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. I actually used to play rank in that game back on the PlayStation 3. And nowadays, when Nobnard actually told me about how they ported it over the PC, and I was like, oh, really? That's cool. And I did it. I got the game, I downloaded it, and then realized that the game is super sensitive. It does not like when you tap out. It doesn't like when you even click off the game, because then it just gets really funky. So I have to figure out like how to make that work. And I'm sure I can do it because I'm technically doing that now. I put if you guys, well, you don't know it, but I'm playing Monster Hunter World in windowed mode, so I can see OBS on the same screen that I'm playing the game on. So I am it gives me more, I guess, ease of use. Yeah, the closing of the game is practically impossible just because the game was never. I don't think the game was really meant to be a PC game at all. Like that was it. It was born on console and it should have lived in console, in the console world. Not exactly here, but hey, if they can somehow, like, I guess, tidy up the, I don't know what they're actually using, but if they can like tidy up whatever they're using to make that work, like the emulator or something, then I'm sure they can make it work. So here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and put the session ID in. So if you do happen to have Monster Hunter World on PC, then you'll see my ID. You'll see the session ID, and then you'll be able to play with me. Unfortunately, I'm not playing Wilds. If we were playing Wilds, then no problem. I don't know if I have Sparking Zero. So that's probably why I'm going to say no to that, because I'm sure I don't have that. Let's look right now. Let's look. I know I have Xenoverse 2, but I don't know if I have Sparking Zero. You know what? I swear I just updated these games and they're back to being on the list. I swear, there's no shortage of updates. Alright, so let me just look that up real quick. So, Sparking Zero? Nope, that is a no. So no Sparking Zero. But I do plan on getting that game. I actually do want to give that game a good try. I think I will like it because I do like Dragon Ball Z fighting games. But I think I'll give it a try later on. But let me go ahead and put this in the comments. Session ID and that. All right, so that should send it to both platforms, and I'm going to pin this message. This should be the current one, by the way. So if I pin this, this is going to be current unless I have to do a reset. If I have to do a reset, then obviously we're going to have another one. But for now, that is what we have. Let me see here. Oh, wait, hold on. Can I do this from OBS? Oh no, I'll see what I can do about that. That tells me a lot, actually. I could tell somebody's about to say, you have this game now, you're gonna play it. Oh man.
I mean, I'll play it. I really will. I'll probably put it on like my Friday games, to be honest, because Friday is going to be a random day, so that literally means I'll play probably anything. I don't think I'm just going to choose a thing to play. So it could be Borderlands, it can be Destiny, it can be one of these games. It can even be something like Crab. What is it? Crab Rave, I think it's called. So yeah, I mean, like it can literally be anything. I will be happy when I can get to Friday. Since I actually found out that where the place that I work at, Friday, they're gonna have off, but for me, it's gonna be a short day. So I'm actually super happy with that because some people still work. So it's like, all right, sweet. I'm gonna have to look at this later. Oh no, that's right. It's filters. Take a look at that. Green. I actually get rid of like the color. I actually do like the little drop thing. No, not allowed. Okay, cool. All right. I think I know how I'm gonna fix this. One moment, guys. Give me just 1 second here. We're gonna make this transparent. I'm not working with transparency. Boom. There we go. See? We're done. I am using a different graphics card, by the way, so that's why you probably see some like artifacting of like the chair behind me because AMD's not like the best with this, but it works. It works. It's better than what I had before. You would see like my bedroom and whatnot, so I'm like I kind of like the way that I have it set up. Just has extra steps. All right. So let me see what I'm going to do here. Yes, this particular build has a cat head because this was like, if this can beat a big monster, it's gonna be a joke of a monster, so or a joke of a hunter. So that is exactly what I have here. But but yeah, I should be like I think receiving my very first paycheck this coming week, like the end of this week. So I will be happy to receive that and see what that looks like, so it can gives me an idea of what I can do in the future. But yeah, I'm also thinking about maybe changing the background that I have for like my transition screens and whatnot. I do have like different things on here, so I actually will be happy when I do get rid of like when I do transition over because technically I have something I want to show you guys now. I swear it's the last thing, but I do have something I would like to show you guys when it comes to games. Let me see here. I get it to show up if I don't come across it. Those are the D's. This is. Wait a minute. What the heck? Okay, and we go to. Okay, that's Elder Scrolls. Gotcha. You know what? Let me just put in this. Yeesh. There it is. Oh, yeah, you guys probably won't see it, but um, you'll see it in just a second, just so that way you guys get an idea of what I'm looking at here. Actually, yeah, there you go. So I have this game, or this game, yeah, it actually is a game called Lurkbait. So basically, this is a fishing game that I've noticed some people in the background would play, whether it's like speedrunning channels or casual channels. I will play this in the background sometimes, so that way people can actually interact. It's actually a really cool way for people to interact in your stream, from what I understand. And I have it already set up. So it's just a matter of playing it. But right now, I stream and play my games on the same computer. So it's a bit rough, even though technically I have everything that I need to have a powerful computer. I'm going to put stuff like this on my other computer. In fact, the other computer is about 90% done, or like 95% done. I just need a couple things, like the format for my OBS and things like that to transfer over, and we should be good. But yeah, so let's head back into here and then let's get started for real this time. All right. Okay, so I need to figure out exactly, first of all, what I'm going to do. Because, I always like coming into a stream incredibly not prepared about what I'm going to do for the stream. But then again, it's not like I can't find something to do. So, I mean, we got a bunch of these quests, to be honest. These fights are awesome. In this game, I will preface that I am a Insect Glaive main. So you probably see like the well, it's not really a stick anymore, but like you'll probably see what looks like a staff with some like sharp ends on it. It is the Insect Glaive. I always like to also consider myself as a bug type Pokemon trainer because, as you can see on my arm, that's supposed to be my companion, my insect companion. I also like to come up with some lore for my character. He never sleeps with both eyes closed because this thing likes to possibly watch him sleep. And my hunter is he has this fear that if he fully goes to sleep, that this bug might actually attack him in his sleep. And this bug can literally take any attack, even attacks that have one shot at the hunters. This thing will just casually say, "Oh yeah, let's go." So it's like, yeah, I think I would be afraid too of sleeping if I had a bug next to me that could just take fire, uh, bombs or whatever at face, like for at face value, and just like brush it off. So it's like new lore. This guy is afraid to sleep because of this, because of his own companion, his own partner in battle. All right, so we're gonna take the Moxie one. It's not bad. Moxie gives me like an extra chance in the hunt, whatever that will be. Actually, you know what? Yeah, actually, I know what this is going to be. We're going to be fighting my most hated monster in this game, Kushala. Kushala is definitely one of those guys that is, he's considered an Elder Dragon in this game. And don't get me wrong, he looks really cool. That's a nice lore. Yeah. Hey, how's it going, Graceful? How are you doing? Welcome. I am going to probably update the. I'm probably going to update the tags on this a little bit later. But yeah, my hunter's afraid of any of my bugs because of that. I mean, shoot, I when I was fighting Fatalis and he was using like his like widespread flame attack, my bug was just casually in the fire. And I'm like, okay, you're not dying. In Pokemon, you'd be absolutely destroyed. You'd be turning to charcoal. But hey, I guess you're not normal. All right, cool. So in high rank, we got people. All right, let's see. You know what? I don't care if it's over 10 minutes, to be honest. I'm not collecting anything from this. And this guy's okay. Defender. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna throw shade on Defender. To be honest, I was using Defender myself, but let me just put the hat on for a second. Why are you using Defender? Okay, hats off. Yeah, my bug is definitely max rank. I think he's actually over 999, but because this game doesn't go beyond that point, he's better than me. And I've probably played this game longer than it has, but it's better than me. I have learned to accept this as fact. All right. Actually, no, I don't want to. Not that one. Where's that one? Yeah, we're gonna do this one. And you know what? Because I like to brute force this. Long live the bugs. Yeah, that's right. Long live the bug. We'll have to wait until the next sale or back in stock unloaded. All right, cool, Namdard. Well, thank you if that's the case. If that is the case, well then thank you for the game when that comes. Did I actually? Yes, I did. You know what? I need to stop going to like 50 million directions. I got this. All right. I'm actually doing good. Thanks for asking. I'm actually doing really good. I like the fact that now the chat's actually working. So, before funny thing is before this chat did not work with YouTube. I was trying to find a way to do it, and I seen a bunch of videos saying, "Oh, you just need to do this on like Stream Elements," and I was like, "Nah, I'm not doing that." I tried it, not working. But I'm actually using a program called Caster Labs, and I'm super happy with how this looks. Yo. Okay. Well, my dude is now. I have just been told that I'm not allowed to say a word, so that word I cannot say on stream now. It's better than OBS. Oh, that's actually good to know. I did not know that. It was my first time running into it, and I was thinking, okay, cool. I'll give it a try, see what happens, because that's what I've been doing lately. I've been just trying things out, and I actually come to like it a lot. I did try something else called Prism for like the camera thing to try to help better with like the like getting rid of the background. And I did. Like I was going to use it this stream, but then I realized there's a watermark, and then I was like, how do I get rid of the watermark? And it was like, oh yeah, you need to pay for it. I'm like, ah, so you're telling me I just don't use you. Gotcha. Okay. I'll figure out the backdoor method for AMD graphics cards. So yeah. Well, my guy here is now going to be officially the dude. So my dude is now going to be hunting monsters, and we're just going to take our time. This actually might be this actually is probably going to be like the end of the hunt, so we'll find another hunt to go on. But yeah, I have made a commitment to hunting this monster, and until Wilds releases the expansion. Oh, beautiful. I'm coming into like a great environment. This is why I don't like this monster. He doesn't stop blasting his ACs to max, and he also does not stop doing what he's doing now. It's just being a nuisance. Oh, that actually landed? Yo, that's crazy. All right, can I, thank you? Okay, dragon pods. Did I collect dragon pods? I sure did. All right, let's feed the bug. Come here. Come here, big boy. All right, cool. Where are you? All right, you know what? That's fine. Come over here. Yo, okay. Yep, this is why I don't like it. The wind. So you main IG, what is your second weapon in Wilds, if I may ask? Ooh, okay. So, oh, perfect time to answer that. Perfect time. So, in Wilds, I actually have, I want to say I have not just two, I have a few. I think I have like three mains. In Unfortunately, you can't have three weapons, but in Wilds, I have Glaive. Glaive and Bow have been like my favorite combo. Just because with Glaive, I can kind of cover mid range and close range. I am trying to learn a little bit more on how the offset works, but I mean, when I do hit it, it looks really cool. With Bow, I just exclusively stay away. I just stay in the back and just do distance because it's either I do distance and be safer, or I just start nailing all the dodges, or just get hurt because like I noticed that with Bow, the bow gets really like it becomes very fun when you can nail the dodges. And I've I think gotten pretty okay with that where I can consistently hit the dodges and be good with it. So like I do like the way Bow functions in that game. So Bow and Glaive were like my two mains when the game officially launched. Yeah, it does feel squishy. It does. That's the only thing like that's weird about it. What I will say is Wild, I've actually tried out World. I tried out World's Bow. Bow is a bit clunky in this game, but there is nothing like the shotgun move from it where you could just stuff the slinger ammo in and then just like pop it right in front of the monster's face like a shotgun, and then all of a sudden just stun them. So like there is nothing like that. And I kind of don't like the fact that they did not add that move. I want to say that I think they did, but it's not as effective, in my opinion, as in World. Whereas World, I could feel the weight of that attack, whereas in Wilds, it's kind of noodly, like spaghetti at best. But I would say like my alternate in that case, if I didn't go with like Insect Glaive or Bow, would be Dual Blades and Charge Blade. Hopefully in the DLC they will add better combos. I don't know, honestly. I think when it comes to like game mechanics, they may have that squared away, but that would be great. I would love to have that as an addition. But at the same time, I do honestly believe they may not do that just because the not just because of the offset being a thing now with like most of those weapons, but because of the wound, the focus mode. Like the focus mode is the move that replaced, I think, in my opinion, some of the cooler moves. And like for the Insect Glaive, it definitely did replace one of the it replaced essentially the ability to stay in the air forever. But at the same time, the developers kind of brought that back, so it was like, yeah, we'll make sure you guys are up half of the time, not all the time. So I was like, you know what? I guess it's fine because it's better than just having being up in the air once and then that's it. It's like that was, in my opinion, really dumb. And when I played the both of the betas, I was like, this is not very fun to play the glaive. Like, don't get me wrong, the spiral move was like really cool, but not being able to like do your aerial attacks, like that's the whole point of the glaive. The whole point of the glaive is be in the air. That's what makes it more distinguished than any of the other weapons. Plus, when it comes to when it comes to mounting monsters, insect glaives, hands down, I think are the best when it comes to that. Mainly because an insect glaive in world, you are so motivated. But like insect glaive in world, I could basically attack every time I move. So all I have to do is like mount the monster and then just simply move. Hopefully he'll do it here. Yeah. So like he's just doing like the standard knife attack, but if he moves, you're doing damage constantly. That's the part I love about the insect glaive in this game. You don't actually need to worry. Whereas everyone else in the game had to. Like they had to worry about like bracing the monster or just like doing knife attacks where we basically just pop off when we're on the monster, which is really cool. But unfortunately, that's not a thing in Wilds. They got rid of that in Wilds, which was a big bummer in my opinion. But I also think it's mainly because that focus mode got rid of that. I've heard people complaining about removing a lot of the flying glaive moves. Yeah, that's it's it's a trade off in my opinion. It's a trade off. So like when it comes to moves that should be in the game versus moves that shouldn't be in the game, it really depends because I don't necessarily think that anyone asked for the focus attack, but the way that you actually like do a lot of damage to monsters is a callback to some of the older Monster Hunter games from what I've understood and asked other streamers that have played like Monster Hunter and a lot of the originals. And basically it's like yeah, what they had in this game was interesting because the more attacks you do to a monster, the more it creates like you go like from attacking to wounding the monster, and then from wounding you can essentially like create like a tenderized spot. Whereas in World, well, mainly the way you did it in World was use the Clutch Claw and then attack the monster to tenderize it, or if you're gonna wall bash the monster, technically every time you hit the monster to turn, that's actually tenderizing them a little bit. So like you can do that to help tenderize the monster, but yeah, it's not the same as like latching onto the monster, do an attack, and then you hop off. Uh, since Clutch Claw also doesn't work the same way at all, it kind of changes how you have to go about doing that, and I think that's where they reintroduced the wound system. Because I found that that was something that was actually in the older games. So I was like, okay, I mean that makes sense. But yeah, essentially why I'm hopping into this, like all these Kushala fights, is one, I hate the monster. Two, I've made it a mission to try to fight Kushala any way I can, to try to get my contributions in on getting rid of the monster, making it go extinct, because he is going to be in the DLC for Wilds. When I seen the DLC for Wilds, I was like, oh, this is so cool. This new expansion is going to be awesome. See the area, I was like actually infatuated with it. And then I seen him and I was like, oh no, they didn't. They didn't add this guy. No, 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 no. They could have literally picked any other monster, but no, they pick Kushala as the Elder Dragon. I know it makes sense, but like, come on. I don't think I've run into anyone in my life that has played this game that has said Kushala is their favorite monster. I could be wrong. Maybe there is someone out there that loves Kushala, but it sure is not me. Well, rip. You know what, why not? We'll use a few more. All right, cool. So there was my free gambling for the day. Probably have to come back later. But yeah, like I did not like the fact that they did that. And it's back. Yep. Kushala, I think, does get a lot of hate. I just don't like the fact that he has the ability to protect himself in wind all the time. Because when I first fought him, I my hatred for that dragon developed when I first encountered him in this game. It never went away. In fact, it probably got worse. But I will say that how he looks awesome. I like Fatalis more in terms of looks, but Kushala looks cool. The fact that this monster blows air all the time out of every hole in his body, that also doesn't help. Because if I'm trying to come in to attack him, I'm just going to get blown back all the time. And I'm not personally willing to give myself AC protection through the form of like wind resistance because this game loves to torture you with skills. You want wind resistance? Have 5 of them in order to survive. I'm like, but I could use those 5 slots for anything else. I shouldn't have to for this. It hurts. Or I opt in for armor that will basically hurt me, but gives me a little bit. Like I could do that, but why would I? Unless you have a hunting, unless you have a hunting horn in the party. Yeah, mad props to hunting horn mains out there. There is no way that you guys are just like soloing this game, but you do it. You definitely do it. So yeah, as you can also see, any builds that I'm currently testing out, I will either leave it as loadout or name it with a V1 or V2. Anything that is not set in stone, well, is a test build. Anything that is set in stone is not. Or I may need to come back to it like this. I need to come back to, but here are my builds. I have two. I have 2 blast builds. Honestly, I can't even think why I have them anymore. There's some slight variation to them, but yeah, I got a couple of these. I have my wonderful Gift of Epilepsy build that I have that has evolved over the years, and my COVID build also has evolved over the years, and the raw damage builds. Yeah, so these blast builds are pretty unique. They are using. I want to say these are actually using the Raging Brachydios glaive because that actually is a pretty good glaive. I love it. And I mean, to be honest, it's definitely something that has like some of it is like a lot of utility. Others is just like I found some way to make everything work. But yeah, like my status effect builds, I love them. I have not really touched these builds in a while. This one, yeah, no, I just haven't touched it in a while, so I need to like get back to these eventually to see how much more I can stuff into them. The why the COVID build? That's because it's a poison build. You know, COVID, people got sick. Poison, the monsters get sick. The best part about this build is that once the sniffles start coming, they don't stop. The monster will stay poisoned. And yes, this does use the whole Fatalis build, but that's just because of how many decorations I could just cram into it. So otherwise, beforehand, it wasn't like this. It was a bit different. And the only reason why I have the Fatalis build is because I wanted Stamina Surge to be maxed out. That's literally it. I looked at this build and I said, how do I put Stamina Surge in here? And then when I found out how to do that, I was like, oh snap, that's really cool. So I can just change all of the armor and just use Fatalis, and then it gives me like a few extra slots. So that's where Flinch Free comes in and Coalescence comes in as well. So Coalescence, I swear, the moment I used it, I never left it. It's like it's definitely a thing. It's really good with buildup. It's really good with giving extra elemental damage, and technically poison, blast, and paralysis, stuff like that, are all still considered elements, even though they're ailments in this game. So they too get the boost. And of course, flinch free, because this is my first build that I have that has flinch free in it, so I don't stop getting so I stop dancing when I'm trying to fight the monster. But yeah, and my raw damage build, which is kind of lacking to be honest, but it's a raw damage build. Like, there's not much more that I need to say about that. The Thunderclapper build, this was essentially because of Nargacuga, and eventually it evolved to have other monsters that are also weak to thunder. So I'm like, well, if I'm going to be clapping cheeks against monsters that are weak to thunder, we'll name it that. This game didn't want me to curse, so I purposely did this to tell everyone, if you see this build, that's because if I'm probably going to fight Behemoth. If I'm fighting Behemoth, this is the build I get. So everyone will know. And the Resist build uses Alatreon. Basically, this feeds off of Alatreon's intrinsic ability of turning resistances into power. So yeah. Plus, see if you're going to resist me. Just see. But yeah. So the vanilla blank build, this I think I'm going to come back to be honest. But yeah, this is, if you guys don't know who he is, you know, the famous singer, famous rapper back in his day that was also an actor in a couple movies. Yep, there's that. I kind of built this on the spur of the moment. This build, actually, this is a favorite build of mine. Hey Legion, how's it going, man? Behemoth is pretty rough. Yeah. So funny story about that. Behemoth, as much as I love the character, I have yet to beat him solo. I was close a few times, but I usually like to fight him against others. And when it came to a few friends of mine, they were like, hey, do you want to play some Monster Hunter? And I was like, yeah, sure. Which one are you playing? Well, World, because I can't play Wilds. I'm like, fair. All right, so what do you want to do? Anything, really. I'm like, you down for some Behemoth? Okay, yeah, sure. Do a Scarred Young Garuga in under 15 minutes, dude. Okay, I don't have a Charge Blade build, my man. Charge Blades in this game are nukes, but I will say that when it comes to, although younger, maybe I can, We'll see. You know what? After I'm done telling the story, we'll go do a Scarred Young Garuga, and I'll see if I can get under 15 minutes, because I know I can definitely do some fights in that time, and I'm familiar with Young Garuga enough to know what to avoid and what not to avoid. It's just, you know, consistency is key, you know. But yeah, when we decided to fight Behemoth, it was just three of us, myself and two other friends, and one of them got a little upset because, you know, when it comes to something that's really, really tough and we're probably going to stay there for a long time, he has other things that he'll have to do. So sometimes he can't stay on all the time or he gets tired. But he decided he was going to clock in for the day and or clock out for the day and go to bed. So I was like, all right. And then I look at another of my friends. I'm like, so do you want to do it again? He's like, yeah, sure. Why not? So then we ended up I think we failed a couple times, but then we got it on the last attempt. We're like, you know what? Let's make this the last attempt. And I was just pissed the entire time. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. If I was Ash Ketchum, you see that head go all the way around, man. I'll be just like, whoosh, just go all the way back. We're going. We're locking in. And all of a sudden, he locks into, and we're like, all right, let's do this. Flow state activated for both of us. We were just in sync. It was great. Yeah, we locked in so hard that Behemoth was like, you know what? I'm going to do an attack, and I can't do the attack because all of a sudden now I'm on him. I'm on his back riding him. It's like, yeah, let's go. Come on, get down. And eventually, yeah, we did it. We were able to properly actually time the meteor. I actually got, I think it was my first time, I got the emote down at the right time on the first try, and then after that, I always mess up. So I was like, cool. But yeah, when it mattered most, I nailed it, and I was like, sweet, I got it. Tried it again. I got it a second time. I don't know why I'm doing this. And then the third time was just like, you know what? Nope, I don't think I'm making this. I got carded, but you know what? It was worth it. I was like, you know what? I don't care. We haven't gone down at all in this hunt, so I'll take that. I'm really bad at the timing too. I was just like trying to gauge. So like usually what helps me better gauge timing in games like this is that the moment that an attack is announced, I'll usually do like 1, 2, 3 activate. Unless it's quicker, then I'll probably do like 1, 2 activate. But it kind of depends on the visual cues because I think there is a bit of a visual cue with it. But I had to just like count in my head to see if I can try it that way. Trust me, I have like literally failed every other time. And if it wasn't for me getting it down those like couple of times, I don't think I would have gotten it. But because we had the deaths to spare, I was like, cool. I'll burn a cart. We'll see what happens, and then go from there. Wait, young Garuga, are you just? Oh, you know what? You're probably an event. Yeah, because I don't think I have an investigation with it. Nah, I don't think so. Oh, I do. I do have it. Sweet. 2 players, 5 feints. This game is so misleading. I have trust issues with this game, but it is still hard. So, guys, if you ever want to go fight Fatalis, just remember, you want to fight Fatalis, you totally can. You know why? Because all you need to be is a Master Rank 24. Fairly low. You want to fight Alatreon? Same level, very low. You want to fight the Super Saiyan monkey? Very low bar of entry. I don't know what these people were thinking, but these monsters are not easy, and they expect a Master Rank 24 hunter who's still trying to figure out how the game works to take these guys on. I think these guys were smoking something. I swear. All right, let's do this. You know what? No, no, no. We're not doing that. I want to do this. No one else is joining this. This is just personal. All right, we're gonna put a voucher on this too. Early heartbreaker hunts. Yeah, true. I never fought Behemoth or Culve. Culve is really fun. I will lock in on the young Garuga hunt. Don't worry, Legion. I will lock in. But I will say that Culve, I actually have soloed Culve a couple times. She is not that hard once you understand how aggressive you have to be with her. Believe it or not, even though I have, according to Steam, like over 1,000 hours, this is actually possibly my most played games in terms of hours. But when it comes to, hold on, do I have? No, no, I don't. I don't have earplugs. Oh, fun. That's fine. It's whatever. I don't care. All right, I guess I am cutting in on the time because I went to the wrong place. I am not fighting Monkey Boy. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, cool. I was going to summon a my four-legged Uber, but apparently the scout flies are like, nope, don't bother. We got you, man. Believe. Yes, I do have to believe. Yeah, this game was I love the game, but I'm also somebody that believes that, if you need help with this game, I will help you. I do not believe in the trial by fire approach because that's exactly how my friends treated this with me. And I was like, this sucks. I want to play with others, and they're like, nope, you're playing by yourself, man. You're gonna do all the hunts by yourself, which also includes the raid bosses. So it's like, yep, you're gonna solo Alatreon and Fatalis. I'm like, I'm not beating this game then, guys. I'm just gonna say it outright. Let's just say the person that I had formerly made this like gentleman's agreement and competition to when we both finally, yeah, I got. Let me just say, I'm not consistent with Alatreon. I got super lucky, and that is probably the only time that I've ever beaten him solo. It was just once, and that was luck based. After that, I was like, nope, I'm doing it with others now because I don't want to do this again. I quit trying to do this. All right, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, cool. You want to scream again? Nope. Okay. That's fine. I'll take the hit. Oh, that's cool. All right. I actually do not like. There we go. Bruh. Okay. That's it. I will take that. We will get up. No problem. Oh, wow. I actually did not. I didn't get totally flinched out of that. Cool. All right. I thought I actually was. All right. So let me see if I can get lucky with a Stera Jerky. Nope. Okay, not this time. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do this. Come here, bug. Let's grab this. Grab this. Nice. All right, cool. There we go. The good thing about Fatalis' gear. There you go. Already on the ground. Let's go, guys. It's not the 4th of July yet, and you're already mentally drained. Trust me, man. You're not the only one. I just like recently started a new job, and I'm on week 2, and trust me, even though I'm like super happy, that's BS, but okay. Even though I'm like super happy to have a job again, after some time I'm not. Um, yeah, it can be draining. Like I totally get it. And you know what? No, we're not going to ask for a partner, so we're going to leave our Trail Raider friend. Uber, what are you doing? I gave you the directions. Let's go. All right, let's do this, and then we're going to go ahead and go to... Yeah, actually. Nope. All right, cool. Wow, I don't know how I didn't get hit by that. Can you please? Okay, I did get hit by that one. Yo, bird. Thank you. You don't actually get knocked down. Yep. Good. I like that. Please. That's fine. I'll just brute force it. Where are you going? Come back here. Okay, cool, cool, cool. You know, that's fine. Oh, okay. You really love being in the air, don't you, man? All right, no, that's cool. That's cool. You know what? It's fine. My guy would just like he likes to roll around a lot. I always complain about how he doesn't ever really do much, but he really does. He likes doing this, rolling around. Ooh, nice. All right. Can I get you in the face? There we go. Got him on the tail. Yo, let's go. Ooh, right in the face. Let's go. Actually, we're okay with that. We can have the... Okay, you know what? I get really annoyed real quick when BS happens. Okay, you know what? I think I'm just going to cart. Think I'm just going to cart. Nope, I guess not. Okay, dude. Come on, man. You have to drink. Drink your drink, my dude. Like, I know you like dying. I know this is a thing, but please, just have your drink. Have your milk. I'm gonna see. I think I got like lucky one day when I got poisoned that I used the Astera jerky and it just like insta healed it, but that could have just also been wilds. Okay. I really don't like the mounts anymore. Come here, buddy. Oh, never mind. I'll let you guys duke it out. Yep, I'll let you duke it out. Let's do it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's right. Beat him up. Beat him up. Okay, you know what? Go screw yourself, man. I know you hate me. The feeling is mutual, my dude. I actually, if there's a monster I hate more, it's you. I actually hope they don't introduce you in Wilds, by the way. That may actually stop me from playing the game if they do. Can I get you to... Nope. Bro. Alright, you know what? Fine, whatever. I quit. Let's just go fight this Scarred Yangaruga. I hate this monster with my life. Oh, is my guy gonna actually get tired before he gets up? Yeah, Rajang is annoying. He's like the guy that comes to the club. He's like, "Hey, I'm here." I'm like, "No, no one invited you, man. Why are you here?" Oh, cool. Oh, got that? Yo. Yo. Okay, I will take that any day. That was actually kind of impressive. Ooh, okay, that was actually really good. I did not plan for that. I mean, yes, I did. I totally did. Yo, fuck you, dude. Come on. Can we drink some more, my guy? Please, please? Please? Okay, you know what? We don't need to. Alright. Alright, if I can get you to stop that, how is that happening every time? Alright. Nope. There. Oh yeah, that's what you were supposed to do before, young Garuga. I really should be trying to take your tail out, but you know, what if I just don't want to? I must like the punishment. Cool little tidbit here. When you're in this mode, you can actually do that, and if you're lucky, you may actually get a another hit or two in before you can topple him over. All right, we're just gonna go straight for this tail. All right. That was actually a really cool combo. I did not actually plan that. Piercing pods, give me that. All right. I will say though, this is definitely doing good so far. It's Wrath. Yes, yes, it is Rathalos on crack. I will 100% agree on that one. And how's it going, Tanoxis? How are you doing? Oh yeah, it doesn't have. I definitely did not add that in there. So after this hunt, we'll add the category for the game. Oh yeah, I love that. Please do that again. Please do it again. Preferably when I'm on my mount. Oh, that was cool. Would you like to do that again, young Ruga? Okay, never mind. Didn't like that. Oh, cool. All right. Hopefully. Yeah. I would have done the other thing where he would just fall. But like, why do that? Get the hits in there. I somehow got poisoned, probably from one of these little munchkins. Yep. Nope. That's fine. We'll easily recover that. That's crazy. Oh, come on, dude. I think like the one thing about this game I do find pretty interesting is how the game loses focus on the monster so easily. Because I would want it to like actually stay on the monster the entire time, but apparently it doesn't. We're just gonna like try to hit as hard as we can now. So if you do see a lot of spamming, that's why. That's actually the worst time to mount. That just means we're gonna have to spam the movements. Good thing I have like stamina surge, just basically give stuff back. There we go. Yep, aggressive play because I have no other reason. I can't afford not to now. Doing this now to outpace the damage. All right, cool, cool, cool. I can actually work with this. Four-legged Uber, come over here. All right, you know what to do. See you. See you guys later. Yeah, I guess that's the good thing about the health augment, is because of that. Yeah, that's true, Tanoxus. I will say that monster just does not care. He's just like, you know what? Cool, you got a powerful attack. I have a giant beak that can that can one shot you. All right, I want to actually do this. You don't see me. You don't see me. No, you don't. All right, actually, I want you to come over here. You could just come over here. That'd be great. Yep. Good. Okay, you're gonna be in the air. That's really annoying. Of course, I prepared for this moment. No, I thought I actually dodged that, but that's cool. I don't have to know if I did or not. Um, cool. I'm glad that worked. That was not the plan. Hello, game. Okay, there we go. One and two, and please go down. Well, you know what? That works too. I'll take that. I guess that works. We're gonna go down with the ship a different way. Where are you going? My dude, where are you going? Quit playing this game of cat and mouse, man. This isn't Tom and Jerry. I'm not going to like have to scour the entire area to chase your sorry butt. I mean, I'm forced to, but that's not fair. All right, should I? Yeah, I will. Screw it. I was probably right there too when that happened. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is actually come down here. Then we call for the Uber, and then we go. And then I'm going backwards, but that's cool. I won't question. The animal knows what's best. Almost there. Yep. This guy just like doesn't care. He's just here. No, 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 no. Come on, you stupid Jaggers. Just keep moving. Keep moving. Okay, you're a coward. You are a coward. I want my sacred. Give me my sacred. It wouldn't have mattered. I'm just going on foot because this guy just sucks. Worst monster in this game, I swear. Even though I can beat him, worst monster in this game. In terms of experience, I have had the worst time with him. But hey, once I was able to get over it, it was just purely by luck. And then I had to like actually figure a real strategy out when fighting him. All right, are you sleeping? Shut it, guys. I'm trying to check. You really okay, you know what? Actually, you might be of some use. You're going to be of some use to me then, if you're going to follow me. At least be useful. There you go. Thanks, Rajang. Your contribution has been made. I don't know what hit me, actually. That's an interesting one. There we go. And just like that, Rajang actually saved the day. That was definitely over 15 minutes, I would assume, but yeah. How I made this monkey actually save the day is beyond me. But yeah, GG's indeed, man. GG's indeed. You became real useful. Now, if only I could just skip the rest of this timer, that'd be great. Where's my skip to end? Thanks, thank you, thank you. You know what? Let me get some more buffs here while I'm at it. It means absolutely nothing, but it's a personal achievement at this point. Here. Want to get bullied? Yeah. 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 Hope you like getting bullied by a bug. Jeez. Alright, let's see what the number is. Yeah. Yeah, I figured. Just a lot of running around. I know that could have easily been shaved to like 15 something or less if the monster just wasn't running and if I wasn't just like, eh. My friends call it the bug stick. Yep. I call it the weeaboo stick. It's the anime weeaboo stick. Basically, if you're a glaive user, you have the power of God and anime on your side. Just like that little kid said in the convention. Oh man. Oh, bounties are completed. Look at that. What did I actually complete? Oh, a tempered monster? Oh, dang. Hold on, let me check this now. What do I actually need? Alright, so 6 stars, master rank, a fanged wyvern. I sometimes question what they consider that. Really, just all the different... Oh, just the different types of monsters. Ah, cool, cool, cool. This is possibly the easiest one then. Wow. I will say though, people have asked me about Rajang, and I say I actually hate the base version. And every single time I have to do a Rajang fight, I'm like, are we doing the Furious Rajang or are we doing regular? And it's like, regular? Cool, I'm gonna hate this fight. It's like, is it that bad? I'm like, when you fight it, then you can tell me how it is. Because he didn't use the same weapon I did. I think he was like using either like dual blades. At the time, one of my friends I think was either using dual blades or greatsword. And I said, yeah, greatsword is definitely probably the best in terms of raw damage. when it comes to that, but this game you have to know how to draw lines really well because that's exactly what you're doing with the greatsword in this game. You're drawing a line because that's all you're going is in a straight line. Pivoting is not really possible in this game. All right, I believe I do have this build over here. This is Fenrir. Yeah, it actually might be this one. Let's see. This looks nope, it does not look familiar. It looks different, and I know why it's different because it has 3 levels of coalescence and flinch free. Okay. Um okay. Is this just like a custom, you know what? Screw it. It's now here. We've officially added this. I think it's one of these to be honest. Because I've actually been trying to find a build that allows me to get like a 3 of those like level what is it, 7s in here? Which is really hard to do, but I am almost there. It just takes a lot of patience. Yeah, I could show you guys some of the other ones here. So like Explosive Boom. This is Explosive Boom. Just a Halloween version with a darker cat helmet. Aggro Boom is just the regular outfit because, I mean, Raging Brachydios' outfit actually does look really cool. Gift of Epilepsy is basically this with the Viper Tobi-Kadachi. I've actually like played around with the weapon choice. Bracky is definitely cool. I respect Bracky. That's what I will say. I respect it. I was actually helping someone go through. I helped a friend of mine go through the campaign. He did get to Ishvalda, and that was actually a really cool fight. So I'm like, so how was your fight against a god, Shar Ishvalda? And he's like, wait, that thing's a god? I'm like, yeah. If you look at the name, Ish Ishval is basically like a play on words for that. So like Ishvalda, it's technically supposed to be like a play on God, for their culture. So it's like, how is it taking down a god? And he was like, oh, it was all right. I mean, it was kind of annoying. I'm like, that's pretty much anyone's fight with Shara. Shara's just annoying. If you could have just the first form, everybody would probably love it. But yeah, this I played around with this. I was actually using what is it? I was actually using this weapon for the longest time. Where is it? Where is my raw damage weapon? Or my old raw damage weapon? That one. I was using this for the longest time, but I looked at this and I said I can't use the trickling spiral because it's just bad sharpness, in my opinion. Blue is just way too bad, especially for late game. So I said, screw it. I'm not using this weapon. So then I played around and yeah, I mean, think about this. When it comes to this may be like the best raw damage glaive in the game for this game, but its sharpness is awful because one, I need to have free element to even use its ailment. And two, because it's blue sharpness, most monsters in Iceborne are already going to be better than blue sharpness. In fact, this weapon will be bouncing back a lot. So there's no point for me to actually have this weapon anymore. Good for early game and mid game, for sure. Just not for late game. There's my Gay Bolg from the Final Fantasy collaboration. By the way, fun fact: if you guys have ever watched the anime Fate, you'll probably learn. Yeah, it is a disadvantage because it's like you get the extra damage, right? But the hidden element means you have to use free element if you want to use it, and you have to use all of it if you like all 3 levels if you want the full paralysis. Otherwise, I'm probably going to be doing like I don't know, maybe 40 damage, 60 damage. So it's kind of iffy at best. But I mean, I said, why even do that when I could just use Viper Tobi-Kadachi? Because Viper Tobi-Kadachi is a paralysis weapon. Yeah, sure, it's a little bit less, but it's guaranteed. I just need to actually like hit the monster enough times. And I mean, raw attack is not that bad. So yeah. Yeah. But yep, we also got the famous Celtic, the legendary Celtic weapon, Gay Bulg. And that's pretty cool. This is the Final Fantasy 14 version, I think, of this weapon, which looks sick. And then, of course, you know, from fighting Behemoth as well, you also get this awesome Nexus Dragon Soul, which looks insane. Like, the fact that it just shows like this, when you don't, like, when you have it just tucked away, as opposed to something like this. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I have, I think, just about all of the bugs. I don't have every variation because I don't believe in just having every variation. I still have one more version of this of a bug that I need to complete, but I put myself in quite the conundrum for it. So, once you get an insect glaive, you do get a bug immediately, and you cannot get rid of the bug. In this game, you can get rid of all your glaives. Yeah, in this game I am, apparently. I just love cultivating bugs. So, this is the one that I don't have maxed out. Every other one, exception of that, I do have where I want it to be, or maxed out. But this is the bug that I don't have maxed out. And get the fun part is, I have the materials to complete it, but I don't have the materials to evolve it. So apparently my bug has an Everstone just instantly equipped to it until I can get the Effluvial Frenzy Bone. So yeah, I am. When I found out, when I found that out, I'm like, oh wait, I can get this? I'm like, wait a minute, doesn't this need to be 2 first? I looked and like, oh, okay, well, I'm not getting this. But yep, got this. Um, I wish I had that. I did not get this because like, what is the point of getting this other than just like having that? But yeah, like I went down the trees that I would purposely like, and basically just dedicated myself to that. I left this because it's like I don't really know if I want this. But yeah. Plus, if I ever decided to change weapon types and don't want bugs, well, you get screwed. If you're a bug collector in this game, the moment you pick up the anime stick, the weeaboo stick is in your hands, you can get rid of the stick, but you can't get rid of the bug. You're stuck with the bug forever, apparently. And it's like, well, great. Yes, the evolution is quite buggy. You know, Graceful, you're quite the clown. You are quite the clown. You're full of jokes. Oh, man. But I will say, my status builds in this game, I'm really happy with. Like, believe it or not, I've been able to consistently, like, paralyze a monster in this game. And I think it's all thanks to Coalescence. Actually, it is all thanks to Coalescence. Don't look at Critical Eye. It has nothing to do with Critical Eye or literally any other ability. I just give all thanks to Coalescence. You don't see the you don't see that paralysis attack. I'm not giving any credit to that. Just 100%. It's because of Coalescence. I've actually like yeah, for a while I was kind of like someone who was against it. I see people using Coalescence, maybe I should try it. Let me show you why you should. I will show you why you should. This mainly works if you have status affecting moves, so blast, sleep, paralysis, and poison. It works best with. It does not work with pure elemental builds. So like fire, dragon, anything like that will not work as well. It's not gonna be super effective with that. Just because it has status buildup as part of its repertoire of skills. So you definitely don't want to leave that behind. Yeah. So right here. For Coalescence, If you've ever used Resuscitate as a skill in this game, it works off of the same premise. So if you get a status effect applied to you and you heal yourself with said effect, you gain the bonuses. And in this case, when it comes to Coalescence, you get raw attack right off the rip, 12 raw attack. You get 30 elemental attack, so this includes poison and a lot of that as well. Plus, you get status buildup. So, yep, it is best for elements. If you have a sleep build, you have. If you have a sleep build, if you have a paralysis build or a poison build, it works best with those. Just because those do have a buildup, whereas Dragon and the rest of those don't necessarily have that. I do hear it works with Blast as well, but Blast is entirely off of like the actual like weapon damage as opposed to additional damage. And the procs go based off of like how many times you're hitting that monster with the raw damage of the weapon. So I don't know if it truly works with it, but I'm sure it does. I haven't done enough thorough testing to really tell you definitively, but I have this solely for my paralysis and my poison build, and I absolutely love it. And because this here has physique, actually, I wonder if I have another skill with that. Another thing I wish they fixed in this game. A, B, C, D, F, G. There we go. So, yeah. So I don't have a lot of these, as you can see, but if you can get Coalescence literally with another skill, that's probably where it's going to be best utilized with, like your best use of that skill. Because honestly, I don't really like the fact that Coalescence is like a level 3 deco. I think that's just kind of an awkward decoration, but I mean, I get it. It's pretty good once you actually use it. And look at this. This, by the way, stacks with all the other skills to help with build up. So like Critical Eye really does work with this because the higher your chances of landing crits, the better, because that means you get more damage. So in this case, if you have Coalescence with Blast and Critical Eye, then it works really well. But yeah, Poison, everything else really does work out because I believe ailments I think are more based off of. I think they're more based off of the percentage that you can hit. So like if it's at 100%, then you're just doing nothing but that ailment, but that specific element of damage. So I have both of these. My paralysis and poison builds are specifically tailored to be at 100% when a condition is met. So when they're at 100% affinity, they're just doing nothing but that damage, but the paralysis damage or the poison damage. So you pair this up, for example, like with the apothecary mantle, you're not going to worry. You're basically just going to have nothing but that attack up all the time. In fact, I'll show you that. Let me show you the current build. So if you see here, I have augmented this glaive to have 70% affinity because latent power is at a maxed out. So if this procs, great, 100%. But I also have weakness exploit because of the Fatalis gear has 2 levels automatically. So why say no to this? This is kind of overkill, to be honest. But if you do that, you have Critical Eye, which whoops. You have Critical Eye, which automatically gives you 40% off the rip. So that's not on top of your weapon's affinity percent. So I increased my weapon to 70 overall. So I believe that means it has 30% affinity on the weapon right now. Latent power, if I can get it to proc, that's a 50% boost to affinity with a 50% stamina draining reduction. So that's really nice. And I do have the final one on a mantle, so I don't have to worry. And then, of course, when I said that Coalescence works with anything else that helps with status buildup, something like Poison Attack or Paralysis Attack also has buildup in it. So this and Coalescence stack with each other. So it's really good to just get that bar going. Think of it as like a Souls game, right? And you're trying to apply a status effect on an enemy in the Souls game. And you see that bar. It's essentially the same thing. The only thing is you're not actually seeing the bar, but there is a buildup. So I paired these two together so that way I could just win, get the pairing together. And this specific build only has 3 levels of tool specialist, but I think it's the poison build that it has, I think, all 5. You definitely want your tool specialist to be as high as possible. Relying on your tool can be very useful in the most compromising of positions in some cases. In this case, it's to help be able to cover your tool from time to time. So you definitely want to make sure that you have the ability to cover it when you can, because if you take it out, it might actually hurt someone, and you always don't want to hurt yourself in the process. So you might just want to keep it covered. But yeah, so this gives 15% when it's at max. And as you can see, paralysis gives 30%. So each time I'm hitting, I am, in theory, should be doing about 45% buildup. Of course, each time you... Yeah, no problem. Each time you technically proc an effect in this game, just remember that the monster will have some level of resistance naturally to something like this. So that's why it really does help to have like coalescence in status buildups or in status effect builds, because after a while, what what you could do in the beginning, maybe like 2 times, 3 times in a fight, it may take you even more, because same thing with mount damage, anything like that. Stun damage is the same thing. Over time, if you're able to do it within like 5 seconds, it's not going to take you 5 seconds to do it again. It might take you like 7 or 8 seconds the next time, because the monster's going to start building resistance towards that. So, and that's just throughout the entire fight. I don't know if it goes down, but I do know it goes up over time. What I will say is this game does have a ceiling, so it doesn't just exponentially get to the point where it's impossible. Uh, Technically, you can do it. You can still like do a lot of these things. It may just take a bit longer. So you start like pairing stuff up that makes it easier for you to build that up. Then that doesn't matter, because that becomes like static over the fight. So like your build up ability can be the same throughout the whole fight. It's just you have to keep in mind the monster's resistance. And because players like myself in this game that use a weapon that's stamina draining all the time, I decided to try to fit in stamina surge because I never really thought about it. So it's useful to have. If you do notice, yeah, they do get immune after a while. What I will say is, just like anything in this game, stamina also has like a limit. So I can't just like exponentially recover all my stamina quick, or like completely reduce it where I'm not losing any stamina. I have found out from other people through either like YouTube videos, streams, or my own research, where there is a hard cap on how much stamina you can effectively reduce before it's just you're not get before diminishing returns kicks in. So I just said, you know what, screw it. As long as I could just recover my speed, then recover stamina, I'm okay with that. Maybe throw in some constitution if I want to, or if it comes with this set. But yeah, essentially what I've learned to do with this build. The other build that I've effectively kind of like stayed close to with that is this one, COVID. It really is. I have to admit that in Wilds, I have a build called Defense is the best. It's called, what was it? I think it's called like Def is best off, which it stands for Defense is the best offense, but Def is best off is as far as I can actually type it out. So I'm like, well, I got my character limit. Here we go. So yeah, this is actually one that utilizes all of my tool specialist skill. So technically I have all 5, just a mantle is carrying that as well as divine blessing. This is actually super useful because I could use a mantle and quite literally while I still have my second mantle on, the name like the other mantle that was fully drained will be back, and in some cases is back while I'm still like within my time limit of wearing the mantles that I have here. So it's really crazy how good I could just cycle through the mantles. which keeps me up. It keeps like the apothecary mantle specifically up a lot. And if this is actually something you might consider doing if you're using something like tool specialist, put it in something like the glider mantle or an off mantle that you are okay with just using as a secondary. I stopped using glider mantle as a primary option nowadays, just because I want something that makes it more effective for me, that makes my fights better, and that's where I came with this setup. Apothecary mantle just straight up gives you I think like you effectively do less damage, but all of your status attack, in this case poison, is 100%. So every attack you do is going to be 100% for the duration of this mantle's time. Once this runs out, then I switch over to the glider mantle, and then while I'm still wearing the glider mantle, the apothecary will come back and be like, "Hey, you can use this again." I'm like, "Sweet." Like it's actually a really cool idea if you're choosing to do that. But yeah, this one has 60% affinity. Unfortunately, I don't have the same. Let's just say I don't really have the same like pleasures of having like latent power completely like maxed out or anything. So I kind of have to like. I'm still trying to work with this build to see how I'm going to get it to work. But what I can say is this effectively can also reach 100% affinity too. Mainly because of well this. So a lot of the times this build actually has been able to get to like 85% naturally with like agitator and I believe critical no not critical I think like weakness exploit and um depending on what procs first. If the monster gets angry then it's like 80%. But if I can like tenderize the monster and then attack that said tenderized area, then weakness exploit kicks in, I get my 30% boost, and then boom, there's my 100%. Or in this case, this is a mantle as well. So if I can get 2 levels of this bad boy, then effectively this also kind of helps to expedite the process of getting 100%. Honestly, I really don't know what to put in here, so that's why that's there. Otherwise, I'd probably have something else, but yeah. I kind of came at this juncture with this. I want to get the affinity of this weapon up higher so I don't have to worry about that. But it's been pretty hard to do that outside of just, materials and whatnot. Let me check here real quick. Go to equip, expedite that. Yeah. So this has kind of been my issue here. So I want to get this if I can. Then I potentially might be losing out on poison. Honestly, I don't really know if the damage for poison really matters in this, to be honest. I could probably like turn this to 1 and then like make it up by having like the affinity here, but I just don't have this region maxed out yet. And I found out that I believe I need the tundra region maxed out. So in order to get this. So eh. Is my response to that. This was an older one that I used for a while. Pretty cool. What's actually cool about this is that you can augment armor. It gives it 10 extra levels, which can be really good. And that's also, yeah, the grinding lands. You know it. You already know it. Yeah, it's the grinding lands. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but I don't want to be there all the time. And if I could help it, the moment I see the item drop, I'll be like, all right, Melder, can you help me make the rest of these parts? I got tons of stuff that I can sell or use to make stuff. Let me see how much money I have. $2 million, almost 3 million. Crap. Last time I got to like 10 million and then I sold everything. Oh yeah, if you're ever in a bind for cash, that's what you can do. You can actually press Y if you're using Xbox, or if you're like me and using PlayStation, you could use triangle, and you can sell all the stuff that you're not going to use. Never, and I never upgrade my regions. Actually, I have. I have upgraded it. It's not that bad. But that's also when I was grinding for the health augment. Because Namiel is not bad. She's pretty good, especially when you bang her against a wall. Talking about oh my gosh, the most moist monster in the game is going to be Namiel. Just coral from me too? Yep. It's the safe bet. It's the safe region. Let me see. No. Let's depart. I want to see my regions. No. Yeah. So I am at level 7. Okay, so yeah. I'm at level 7 here. Ah, it's right because I was grinding Stingian Zinogre, the best boy in this game. Yeah, I did do the volcanic region. Rajang, oddly enough, wasn't that bad in that fight. Because he was conveniently located near a wall at any given moment, and running him into and running him to the wall is a lot better because he likes to go Mach speed Jesus into a wall. So it's great when Rajang is the one that you're having to thrust at walls. Otherwise, everyone else, just take my time getting to the wall. But yeah, my goal with this was eventually I was going to take on the very daunting task of getting all of these to level 7, because supposedly I've seen from like very few Reddit posts that it is possible. It just takes an obscenely long amount of time to actually do it. So yeah, it is actually crazy. All right, let's go see if we have another Kushala fight, because, he can get the sniffles, and I would love for him to get the sniffles. Nope, apparently no masters, huh? Yeah, and the sad part is, believe it or not, in the Guiding Lands, I would actually recommend telling people, or some people just mod, you know, it's funny, Graceful, that you mention mods. I have tried mods in this game, offline, of course. I have come to the conclusion that the devs may have actually had an idea when it came to what they were doing with this game. And here's why. I had decided to try out the Uber mod. So, like, Uber weapon mods, you usually get, like, the most basic level 1 weapon in the game, but it's, like, absolutely cracked when it comes to damage. I had tried it in the Guiding Lands. If you want to maximize on your points, typically I recommend people capture in the Guiding Lands because that gives you 100 points versus 25 for taking the monster down. And I have used Uber weapons to see if the time goes faster, and I swear to you, I think the time adjusts for how quickly you're able to finish those fights. This is a tinfoil hat that I'm wearing now, but I think that's what it is. And the reason why I say that is because I had tried it for like at least a couple to a few hours, and I have noticed that I could finish a hunt really quick, whether it's a capture or just a straight kill. And when I would go to do the next hunt, at first I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's leveling up the region. I don't know, because I'm not going to go and check or turn it in or anything like that. And I go, and all of a sudden, ah, crap. Did I not bring my. I didn't. Okay, let's go here. Yeah, I was testing it out, and I noticed that, yeah, even though I was able to like destroy the monster quick, or just like literally go 2 rounds with it and then capture it, I noticed that as I was trying to progress, my region went down. I was like, wait, I just started this fight. Why is this region going down? And I decided, you know what? Let me go ahead and come back. I'll come back and see if that resets the timer and everything. After about 2 hunts, the region would drop. And I would tell you now the average time for me to finish those hunts was probably like a minute, probably better, because of the uber damage that the mod gave me. And the area actually went down quicker. And I was like, you know what? And let me go ahead and take the mod off and then see what happens. And I noticed that the time actually scaled to how quickly I was able to defeat monsters. And I was actually quite surprised. It took longer for the regions to go down, but I mean, I was thinking to myself, this is crazy. And then that's when I also decided, let me hop off the game, get beaten up by Kushala for a little bit, and then go ahead and try again with the Uber mod. And I noticed that every time I swapped over to the Uber mod, it did that. Oh, there you go. He's already sick. Hey, let's go, buddy. It is pretty interesting to see. Oh, I'm dancing again, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys, in the hunt. I activate my dance mode uncontrollably because I don't have flinch free. Oh, sorry. I have two levels of flinch free. I'm just not wearing the right mantle. But yeah, it is really cool. Like I do urge people to try it, but you know, Capcom with their ways. That's what I've come to notice. Like I was learning that the faster you're able to beat those hunts in the guiding lands, it seems like it's the quicker the time goes, or at least it fluctuates. I mean, I could easily be wrong about that, but like I when I go in the guiding lands, I'll be there for like good 4 to 6 hours sometimes because I'll just like commit the day to it if I'm not streaming. And that's something that I've noticed during my time when I would be on my off days doing that. So it's like this is really interesting. Like if this is actually true and I had like an opportunity to see the code and see the it like that's how it works, I would say, man, that was some forward thinking. And I don't know if the developers even thought of that. Yeah, it's like Capcom when it comes to their games, they know their games. Just I wish they had better monsters that are not full of air. Next thing I know, I'm gonna see a smoke wyvern. Oh wait, isn't that Black Veil? You effectively could just call the spores smoke at this point. Airy monsters, they sure are. Maybe they're just bloated. That's probably why. They're probably just really bloated from the meal that we never seen them eat. Oh man. All right, let me see here. Spidey. Oh dang. So from Jiff, my name is Jiff. We got Spidey over here. I didn't know. Oh, so Jeff wants to make it known that he's Spider Man, or at least the cat is. And now the DLC is in the sky. Yep, I'm actually looking forward to that. I actually see at the end of that DLC that there's supposedly a callback to an old monster too. So obviously we have Spider Cat, we have Jiff, and let me see what we have here. Tig. Yeah, that's an interesting name. Fuzzball. Snoopy and Fuzzball. All right, well, I think we got a winner here. Yeah, no, we got a winner. I want Fuzzball. All right, Snoopy. Let's see if your team of cats can help me here. Oh, and your Boa Boa. Let's see. Sure, we'll take the all monster one. Ooh. All right. Do we have any tempered hunts? I mean, if anyone has ever watched any of my past streams, I have basically foregone the all of these and just only go for these, even though I think I regret it deep down inside when I go for them. Because I want to try to recreate the special moment I had when I was having a friend watch me. Yeah, the Shenlong. Yep, I think what is it like Shenlong like Ao or Lao or something like that. But yeah, yeah, Lao Shan Lung. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. But yeah, like supposedly that's like a cool looking monster. So I'm like, it already sounds cool. When I seen Gogmazios, in the game, I was like, oh snap, it's Gogmazios. Hey, I like that. That's a nice little callback. Because if anyone who's ever asked me like what Monster Hunter game, like the oldest one I played, it's going to be For You. I played For You. I enjoyed it for the 3DS. Yeah, I actually do appreciate the bigger monsters. Gogmazios is a really cool fight. This build would definitely not survive. I will most certainly. This hunter will die if he fights it with this build. But hey, he gets to love this world, the new world. Wow, we really do have. Okay, okay. Frypunk? PK. Oh, wait, are you telling me that young land surfer is a player killer? Can't. Nope, we're not joining. 10-star Gog? Yeah, 10-star Gog is crazy. I have yet to actually solo that monster and actually like finish that fight. Every single time I've soloed Gog, I have gotten to like the very end and then all within like a flip of a coin. It becomes like a coin flip. Will I be able to survive or not? Because when the Floor's Lava Challenge activates, I have a lot of trouble keeping up. Because it's like, it doesn't matter what I have. I think it's just because the Sacred gets a little wonky. If I ever play that game, excuse me, if I ever play that game, you might hear me say that I hate the Sacred. I really don't. But I don't like the fact that the Sacred gets wonky at times and then just wigs out on me. So I'm like, ah, cool. All right, well, if you don't want to move, it's fine. There we go. We'll update Twitch there real quick, and then let me go ahead and update YouTube real quick, so that way we can have the category, so people don't just come and be like, "Oh, what game is he playing?" Even though it's Monster Hunter World. Believe it or not, I actually had somebody that joined my stream, and the title said Monster Hunter World, and he's like, "Oh, well, what game are you playing?" And then I looked, and I was like, "Look at the title of this. Look at the title, and you'll see what I'm playing." He's like, "Oh, I didn't know." I'm like, "Uh huh, uh huh, yeah." I didn't either. I didn't know either. It's okay. I only titled the stream, but I don't even know what game we're playing. But yeah, no, it was kind of funny in the past because like there were times where I had like people after like person after person say, "Oh, what are you playing? What are you playing?" And there'll be times where I'm just chilling in the title screen and somebody would ask that question. I'm like, really? Please, please look. Please look. All right, so since this is a fairly early fight, I'm just making sure you ain't click baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just in case. You got this. Come on, character. Put on the mantle. Put on the robes. Oh, come, dude. Stop. Can you stop that? Come over here. You know what? That works. Can I? Yes. That's cheating. You know what? That's fine. You know what? If you want to cheat, I will cheat too. You know what? That's it, Kushala. I've had enough of your crap. Yep. There you go. I'll beat him up. That's what I was trying to do. All right. We're at 60%. Monster is now agitated, and now we're at 80%. I hate that. I hate that too. That's fine. We're going to change that real quick, buddy. My only chance at iframes in this game is going to be when I'm not getting blasted by air. Alright, when I have you, come over here, bud. Yeah, I wanted to just bully the, there you go. Screw you! Beat him up! Beat him up! Beat him up! There we go. My moment of infinite iframes. Let's go. Yep, Kushala the Airbender, indeed. Oh yeah, and then my bug also has poison too, if you notice. So like literally every part of the build is just making sure that you are poisoned and just stay that way. Man, you are like a twitchy boy. Let's go. And on the ground you go. We're going to go ahead and put this on now. Put on the glider mantle. Get that 50% to trigger. By the way, if you are using Insect Glaive as your weapon, he is already almost dead. Nice. Ah! This is high rank too, I must preface. This is high rank, so it's not like this was master. Drip Toxin to Big Lug. Yeah, that's right. If you notice, he stayed poisoned the entire time once he got it. So my strategy with this build and with the paralysis build is I usually start the build with the Apothecary Mantle, get that done and out of the way so I get my first proc, and then I just switch to another. I'll just switch to something else, so that way I can go ahead and get the build up that way too, with like Tool Specialist or something. But yeah, like if you're planning on doing something similar, I would recommend using the Apothecary Mantle because it's just there to complement you. Even though, sure, you could probably use like the Rocksteady Mantle or the Auto Dodge Mantle, known as the Temporal Mantle. Like you could use that if you want, but for me, my goal is to make sure you stay inflicted with whatever status I want you to have. So like if it's poison, that's my goal. My goal is only the poison. If damage is bad, I don't care. But poison in this game is very effective. And it scales the harder the content is. So that's why, for example, poison in low rank and high rank is not as much of a threat than it is when you're in master rank. The moment you hit master rank, poison has a multiplier to it, so it can become a threat real quick. Between that and the guiding lands are pretty much the two areas where you really want to pay attention to poison. I mean, unless you're able to, out heal the DPS or the dot damage, then yeah, you definitely want to make sure you have a handle on that. Yo, Joey Wheeler, what's up? Oh, you laughed. Dang it, man. Now I'm just crazy. I'm a crazy person. uh, Graceful. If you were a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, I swear this guy is Joey Wheeler. He's not gonna. There you go. Take again to my hall. Yeah. Like I swear he's Joey Wheeler from Yu-Gi-Oh, man. I don't know that for sure. I actually don't know that. I'm just assuming that he is because his voice sounds very similar. So I couldn't tell you for sure. Oh, really? Are you playing Master Duel by any chance, or like Duel Links? Or do you actually like have your own decks? Because I love to play the TCG as well as like going online. I just recently started playing Master Duels again. It's been a while for me. And Duel Links, same thing with me. But yeah, like I used to play for the Game Boy Advance, Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Sacred Cards. I actually have a physical copy of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. So the one game that actually speedrunning takes a long time to do. But yeah, like I have quite a few decks. One that's shouldn't really be playable, but actually is legally playable. I actually may be able to copy this build over to the paralysis build. I don't know. Might have to take another look. Oh, are they already at... Let me see. Yeah, they're over there, so they've already pushed him. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, Master Duel and Legacy of the Duelist. Nice. I think I actually got that for the Switch 1 like in recent times. So I do love playing those games, to be honest. Like those games are like the better way of like having a deck that you want and play it. But yeah, like I actually collect the TCG and like go from there. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I wasted my my mantle. All right, we're gonna do Mega Armor Skin to get this out of the way. Okay. Cool. Nice. There we go. Let's get our. There we go. Already within a few hits, he's already sick. Now I just do have to make sure I stay very aggressive on keeping that up. Oh, I definitely excelled at hitting all of those hits. I swear, I'm good with this weapon. I swear. Just the timing is totally not there. Oof, done. Oops, gotta go. Lovely chatting with you. Hey, no problem, man. If you would like to, make sure to definitely sub to the channel because I do have a consistent schedule now that I have made for myself. So I'll definitely be streaming more. I will let you know, Graceful, that this is not the only game I play. I actually do play a variety of games, but this just happens to be the day that I play a Monster Hunter game. So yeah, definitely sub to the channel so you can see what else I do play. And you'll actually be able to go to the post in my on my channel and check out the latest schedule that I have. Yeah, it was nice to meet you too, man. I had a blast talking with you. Boop. All right. Let's see here. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. You too, man. Have a good one. All right. All right. Let's see if we can actually do some missions and then bring other people along for the ride. So I'm going to go ahead and bring, I believe it is events where I can get a Kushala. Hopefully, yeah, let's do this one. We'll do a full crew, and then from here, if anybody would like to join, by the way, you can use the session ID. I do play on PC, so keep that in mind. On the days that I play Wild, that's not going to be a problem. You could be literally on a potato, and you could play with me if I'm on Monster Hunter Wilds. Just I decided to come back to this game because I actually love this game a lot. It's true near and dear to my heart. But yeah, let's see here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and activate our signal flare. Even though I can technically do this. Alright, item box. Item box. Holds all the box. Alright. Since it's an Elder Dragon, we're not going to have very much luck there. So, smoke bombs here. Farcaster, I don't know if I want. Ooh. That. I don't know. Maybe that could work. I mean, if the monster's hungry, maybe I can get that to work, but I doubt it. I'll try it one day. Alright, did we get anyone in the meantime? Nope. Okay, that's fine. We got this. We got this if there is safeguard or insurance. I totally got this. Actually, specialist. We'll use specialist. Screw it. I got screwed instead. Well, it was nice knowing that. Cool, cool. Eye is now bothering me. I should have never touched my eye. I wonder if you guys have ever had that. Where like you have to scratch your eye and it's like, nope, you've done it now. You've activated my trap card. That's fine. That is fine. Whee! I hate you. Alright. Let's do this. That's fine. I mean, even if I go down once, it's not going to matter. Yo, this monster is actually crazy. Alright, do we have... Yes, we do. Alright, let me get the seed in already, so that way we can get that. And then... You know what? Do that. Yeah, for now, do that. Where are my sacks? Hard shell powder. There we go. Yep, that's all I'm going to get out of that. Cool. Now, Kano. Yo. Yes, just stay right there. Jerk. Why are we staying there, Betty? Come on. Yeah, there we go. Dude, how are we still getting flinch? We're not even near it. The thing I don't like about this game is that this guy likes to stay in one place for too long. Sometimes I tend to get a little realistic with like expectations, knowing that these fights are just what they are. But like he likes to stay there, which I don't think is normal. Especially when I have to compare it to like early game versus like late game, where like he was like super reactive, super responsive. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Yep, the wind, dude. What I hate so much about this monster. Windy boy. Bro. Okay, you know what? No, now I'm just sucking against this monster. You could say I'm sucking wind. Oh, it was enough to actually make this guy now hate me. Cool. And he's sick. There we go. So easy. And I don't even have the apothecary mantle. There we go. And down you go. Get down. Whoop. That's fine. Okay, yep, there you go. Apothecary Mantle is ready to be used, and I'm only halfway through my Glider Mantle. Alright, I'm going to need to find a little pile here. I want to try to bash this monster's face into a wall. I'm kind of getting tired of his shenanigans. Do this. There you go. Enjoy that. All right. Perfect. There you go. Sick again. Gonna build up the mount damage. Okay. Maybe not. I wish we could actually run with our weapons. Like, that would be more realistic, and I'm being nice by saying that. Be more realistic if we can actually do that. Yeah, take it. Take it. That's fine. All right. Perfect. No. You know what? No, 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 no. Come here. I cannot have you do this. That's dumb. That is actually dumb. Bro, dude, the yells are just so cheap. That's a cheap... Really? Okay. Such a cop-out, man. Alright, that's fair. Okay. I mean, it's really good that I have, like, damage reduction up the yin-yang, or else this would have been a lot worse. Come on, game. There we go. Just take my time, I guess. We're in it for the long haul. We are in it for the long haul. We just take about, like, 10 seconds. It's fine. Bro, okay. That's really annoying. Alright, well, if that's the case, we're just gonna keep doing this then. Come on, dude. That's so stupid, man. This monster's untouchable right now. This monster is literally untouchable. He could be exhausted and will fully recover because of the freaking AC that is blasted to max. I hate this. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Okay, dude, that's so cheap. Yeah, I think if they add this monster in Wilds, they're gonna have to tone down the freaking tornadoes, man. Like, everything about him is gonna have to be toned down, because Honestly, if they just make it like this will just be a bad Kushala in Wilds. I do hear though that in Rise they made Rajang better, and I have yet to see that because I haven't really played Rise. I haven't fully committed myself to Rise yet, but yeah, like I do find that this is literally unplayable after a certain point because he's just gonna blast with tornadoes, and it is so annoying to be flung back. Like honestly, I think that flinch free should also count for wind as well because that's essentially a type of flinch in theory. But yeah, did I get it? Nope, of course I didn't. Go. Yeah, take that, jerk. And why was I getting hurts when I wasn't even near it? Oh my goodness. There we go. There we go. Let's start building this up. There we go. Got him sick again. Bull. Okay. We're gonna really just rely on Apothecary Mantle this entire time. This mantle is going to carry us to victory. If the time doesn't go out because of this. Like, I genuinely hate Kushala because of this mechanic. This one mechanic about this monster is the dumbest thing in the world. And then my guy likes to stand here for like a year. He does like these weird anime poses at times. I'm like, dude, that's great and all, but like, you're not getting any signatures, man. You're gonna actually have to do something. Okay, well that wasn't as bad. Come on, get up, dude. Wow. Okay. Oh, he wants me to go up there. He wants me to go out there. Okay. All right, he wants me to play. Okay, well, I guess I'll do that. I'll go play. Come on. Come over here so we can play. Okay, that's a bit unfair, but okay. Yep, still 80%. Nice. Cool. I did get him there. That's actually pretty good. The one time where I'm not going to get destroyed by the air is if I can, like, tap him. I was over him, but that's cool. Cool, cool, cool. Bro, dude, let me just freaking land an attack. This is so annoying. This is so freaking annoying, dude. Worst monster in the game. There we go. Best monster in the game. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right, cool. Yeah, there we go. I didn't ask for a dodge, but okay. That's fine. I'll take the hit there. I'm okay with that. Apothecary Mantle's about to be available anyways. Let that be available. Cool. Away. Wow. We'll take that. Wow, what the heck, dude? You're not even using the ability now. Your game is just BSing me now at this point. I was just the game's just protecting you at this point. It's hearing me. As a result, you are now effectively poisoned again. That did connect. I will say that much. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, are we scared? We scared of the wind? I hate this. Bow users probably don't have anything to worry about, but I sure do. Alright, let's just do this for now. Maybe I can get purple. Yeah, dude. Or white. White works too. Alright, cool. Perfect. Let's go, dude. Put your weapon away. I'll take that. Perfect. Yeah, he dropped something. Sweet. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'll just screw it. Yeah, you know I deserve that one. We could just get up. That'd be great. Alright. Okay, cool. Nice. There we go. Stun potential is there. Nice. That was actually a really good damage window. Okay, not so bad after all. Alright, cool. We're 80%. That's actually not bad at all. We're just trying to build up the mount damage at this point, so we're going to be spamming a lot. If we can. Yep, because now he's just going to say, you're not allowed to touch me. He says no. He says stranger danger, and I'm like, well, you're right. Can't do anything about that. Yep, just move, guy. He can't move. You see me mashing buttons, guys. I am mashing the buttons to move, and he's like, nope, I'm gonna stay in one place. I do good when I'm not trying to survive. I'm trying to die. So I'll do that by just like doing nothing. Alright. We do not. No. Where are you? Bro, that's some BS, bro. Wow. Am I gonna get carded because of that? Because of his BS attacks? Probably. Not if I have anything to say about it. Yep. I love this. Okay, actually, that's not too bad. It just got to get up. We got this. We got it. Okay, bro. Ooh, nice. Nice. All right, good attack. You know what? That is an okay response. I will say that is a response. We try to go for these outer wings so we can get some mount damage in because we're just never going to be able to actually hit them head on. So the only way we could do this is by hitting the outer area so we can get a mount. So if we can get a mount, that's going to be our way to get some big boy damage. Unless he wants to be an absolute jerk about this, like there's that as an option. That is totally the option. And then if my guy wants to finally let the itis kick in, then that's also a secondary option. Like I absolutely just hate this monster because he is literally a counter to insect glaive users. Literally just a counter. And I could tell like most people would just say, yeah, just use the wind resist. Why? That's a waste. Because if I'm not mistaken, doesn't wind resist still not really protect you against like the tornado attacks? Like don't you still get hit by them? Which if that's the case, isn't that what the wind resist is actually supposed to help you with? Because it says to nullify wind. So like if that doesn't work, then I don't know what to say. That would almost be the same thing as like tremor resist not work against monsters that could do like earthquake moves. Ooh, nice. Getting a little tired there, bud. Nice. We'll wait for you to get over the sniffles, and then we're going to go for the big boy attack too. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That was really good damage. Got him. Got him. Yep. I just won't get near you now. All right. Let's just do that so we can get that to drop. As long as I can get that, that's what matters. Beautiful. That's stupid. Oh my gosh, dude, we had an opportunity to shoot. That's probably what wind resist actually does help against. Not gonna lie. That's stupid. I'd rather get carded from the wind damage than to get knocked off, honestly. Because like I'm already disappointed and like super upset with the fact that I have to fight against a monster that's just gonna blow smoke or blow wind all day long. Like this is actually really stupid. And the fact that the tornadoes like track, it's not very fair. All right, you're gonna just go ahead and summon another tornado. We'll say though, this poison's really like coming in clutch. Can we go, please? No, we're not. We're just gonna stay here and just accept our death because we cannot move because we're stupid as a hunter. Yeah, that timer has already since expired. I'll go back to saying it. Or as a do. Alright. That'll hopefully give me enough time here to do that. That's retarded, bro. Come on, get up. Get up. Yep. So again, if you guys think that this monster receives a lot of hate, for me specifically, the answer will always be yes. There will never be a no for that. It will be yes all the time. Alright, cool. Got some damage off of him. I literally cannot touch this guy. I literally cannot touch this guy. This is the most annoying thing. Especially when the monster is below me. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Cannot move. Stupidest thing, I swear, in this game. The only thing that's actually stupider than Kushala in this case, because he's a pretty high number there, is literally the ability not to run with your weapon withdrawn. Like, honestly, you should be able to run with your weapon out. I have actually shown people how you can do that. So for this game to be like, nope, you have to sheath in order to use it, like that is a 100% the most BS game mechanic ever. Because if that were the case, people at the round nights hold, stuff like that, they would not be able to obviously fight fights at all. Like they would literally lose just because of that. Just because of having to sheath their weapon. It's literally the stupidest mechanic in this game ever. Dude, can we move, please? I'm getting a little upset. That's the one thing about this game. The pet peeve gets under my skin, period. Because it is literally the dumbest thing. I wish they fixed that. Where like logic actually logics. Things actually make sense. Like I want you to make this make sense for me. Wow, okay, well that was just a miss. There you go. Yep, we're going right back in the air. So how am I supposed to play this game? How am I supposed to play this game? Yep. Yep. Literally dumb. I should be able to go through the wind. This wastes precious time because of the freaking guy like having to spend like 100 hours just top rolling over. Oh man. It gets under me sometimes. I want logic to actually make sense, and when it doesn't, it just pisses me off. That's why I absolutely hate this monster, because this monster just naturally pisses me off in all the right ways. Pretty decent hit. Just, we gotta get up and move. That would work. I guess my guy's really feeling the arthritis, as some people like to call it. But I could barely get any damage off this guy. I might actually like fail the fight. Because this freaking wind is absolutely atrocious. Get up, dude. Get up. Get up. Okay. Yeah, no. See, I've been on the ground this entire time, dude. Like, I've never actually been on my feet. I'm just gonna say that. Alright. Okay, that was a good window for me. I just messed that up. Just please get up. That was actually a pretty good one, too. I'll take that. Oh my gosh, dude. We're freaking dancing, bro. I love the dancing. Nice. Got a part break off of that. That's crazy. And look at that. See, my guy's just standing there. The bug just doesn't care. He's just like, whatever, man. Do what you gotta do. Tell me what I need to do next. Oh, guy, come on, dude. Okay. Ooh, nice. Nice hit there, David. You did good. There we go. We got another mount. Great. We could do some big boy damage now. Oh, we're about to go ahead and knock him down. Yeah, let's go. And he's already sick. Dude, yes. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do, let's go ahead and put our weapon away now. Alright, immediately. Want to extend this. Technically, you can extend this up to 2, and if you're really quick, 3 times. Yeah, technically, you can extend that up to like a maximum of 3 times. Okay. Do it, man. You got this. You scaredy cat. Where are you? Oh, right here. Yeah. I don't care what you're doing. Just do that so it can distract him. I don't want to get zapped out of the sky here or on the ground. Okay. Nice, nice. Come on, dude. There we go. That was the face. I need the wings. That's okay. Well, you know what? I'll take it. That's his butt. Yeah, there we go. I guess we can get some heals too. That's fair. I mean, he has like a mouth full of pheromones, so he's definitely going to be getting hit with the good old like puff of poison smoke there in about a few seconds. There you go. Bro, can you stop getting like, can you stop flinching? Bro, stop flinching. It's just some air, bro. Like, I would like for you to stop flinching. Nice. All right, perfect timing. Just kidding. It's not, obviously. Can we get up now? Thank you. I'm going to need you to get up here now. Run all the way. Stop twitching, you stupid guy. Because that gives Kushala enough time to come running after us. Yep, see, he's already running because you take way too long, my dude. You take way too long. Actually, this is not too bad. I guess this is as good as time as any. Perfect. All right, cool, cool, cool. I'll take that. Just, you know, gotta get you to move, my man. Gotta get you to move. There we go. Fine, we're going to build up that mount damage. He is almost dead. That's cool. I am flopping like a pancake because my guy likes to take a business day to get up. That's cool too. You know what? Fine. You want to hide. Hide, man. I'm going to hit you with this turd. You're getting hit with the pheromone ball. That's cheating. Yeah, like I literally am getting comboed because I literally can't move. This is so stupid. This is actually stupid. That was fair. Bro, see, that's stupid. I should be able to get hit by the air and not have to worry about that crap. All right. Cool. That's fair. We are at 100% affinity. So actually, we're going to be doing absolutely nothing for our 100% affinity because he's going to just summon the all the elements. There we go. We got some hits in. And then my guy's going to take forever to get up. I do not appreciate that. Can we please move? Stop dancing, my dude. See, you sat there too long, man. Like, sure, he moves across, but dude, like, you're not actually dying. Well, you are now. You're just going to straight up die because you literally are just going to get comboed to oblivion because you're too scared. I do not like fear. So, you know what? Accept your death. I'm just not going to play the game. I'm just not going to play the game because you clearly don't want to move. Oh, snap. I say that once, and he's like, nope. Bug, do your thing. Actually, I do need that. Bro, can we, like, please stop flinching? Like, I would love you to stop flinching, man. Please. Okay. Yep, see, because he sat there. Whoa, camera, what is going on with you? Yeah, this is, like, all not fair at all. Okay. Okay. Come back, Bug. I know you're a little slow, but please, I need you. Cool, I need that. Yep, there we go. We're comfortable now, baby. We're going to be rocking. We're going to be cooking with fire. Unless this guy wants to flinch some more. Please stop flinching, bro. He's literally, like, buying his time. No, stop. No more air. Oh, you just died by a rock. Okay, well, a rock in your eye also kills you, apparently. I did not think you were that close to death. I should have just attacked you. Well, that was cool. I have managed to solo this monster. Cool. Didn't know that. And this might be my last hunt for the night, so this is kind of cool. I am, you know what? Despite all the complaining I just had near the end, I like it. I think this was a pretty good little break that I had from this game. I still hate this monster, and I think I forever will. Now, in Wilds, if the only way I'm probably gonna make these fights palpable is if they get rid of this. Like either get rid of this or make this weak enough to where it doesn't constantly make you flinch all the time. Like if I don't get flinched locked, that might be a palpable fight. Otherwise, this monster is a genuine hatred of mine. Like I'm not kidding. I just do not like this fight at all. Any of them. So that's why I've dedicated myself to fighting mainly this monster now. I do fight others, but I'll mainly try to dedicate my time fighting this monster, whether it's helping one of you guys out or get rid of something here. Goodbye, ad. Or if it's other players or like my missions, and then I invite others, I will do that too. Wait. Oh, No! Got scammed! Got scammed here. Dragon Jewel 4, and I thought I got attack. I thought I got the attack. Scammed. I guess there's gonna be no one like Velcana, apparently. I have my one and only. Oh, I didn't know that Steadfast comes in level 4 variant. So apparently I have my one and only whatchamacallit. My one and only attack gem level 4 from a Velcana. Apparently it's just Velcana. Alright, nice. Very nice. Alright, so let's just do this. I'm going to go ahead and save the game. We'll have some final closing words for you guys. For anyone and everyone who is watching, I do want to say thank you yet again for being here when I started. It's been a while since I've streamed, so I will say this is my second week on the new job that I have, so that's why I didn't stream last week. But I do plan on streaming for those who are still here watching Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Friday being the random game Friday. So stay tuned. If you're not already, go ahead and subscribe and follow the channels. Subscribe to YouTube, follow Twitch, and see what happens next. Because if you guys are informed, that will be through the subscriptions. I also updated the schedule on YouTube through my posts, so I did make a post on there as well as my socials. I mainly use Twitter and Blue Sky. I refuse to call it the letter, by the way, so you're gonna hear me say Twitter forever and ever. So Twitter and Blue Sky are the two that I have. I believe both YouTube and Twitch should have them, so you can check on the channel. If you don't see it, you should see the link to Twitch, my Twitch channel, which then should have it. And then from there, you can see what I do next. So thanks again for hopping on in and joining this lovely adventure of mine. I did have a blast talking with everyone who talked in the chat, and for those who at least like participated in that sense. If you didn't participate, that's fine. I always like the lurk. I always like people at least coming in, watching what I do, and enjoying the moment with me. You don't really have to talk if you don't want to. It's nice if you do, but I myself like to lurk in channels and not really talk. So if I like to do that, then I don't mind if you guys do that as well. And even if I didn't, still nice to have company. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. And if there's anyone who loves you more than the world than I do, it's probably our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So, you guys next time. Goodbye. And have a blessed day, everyone.